Finally, we move on to derivatives of logarithmic functions. What to remember? To find the derivative of ln x, we have 1 out of x. So to find the derivative of ln fx, you have to differentiate what fx is and put it in the numerator divided by fx itself. In particular, to differentiate ln ax plus b, we differentiate ax plus b to give you a in the numerator, and denominator would just be ax plus b. So let's take a look at some questions. This is ln 5x squared plus 7x. So we have to differentiate the function 5x squared plus 7x to give us 10x plus 7 over the function itself. So that would be the answer. Excuse me. Next one, this is a little tricky. You have e to the power of y equals to cos 3x. You don't have y. Right? So what you need to do is you've got to take ln on both sides due to the fact that you have an e here. So if you take ln on both sides, you have y ln e equals to ln cos 3x. Okay? Simplify, ln e is 1, so y equals to ln cos 3x. Okay, not to worry when you see your ln and your trigo sign here. As per normal, this is your fx. So we differentiate fx. We differentiate this, bring out the 3. Remember when we differentiate cos x, we get minus sin x. So minus 3 sin 3x over the denominator being cos 3x. And when you see this, oh, we have sin 3x over cos 3x, we could simplify. What does this give us? This actually gives us tangent 3x. So our answer will be simplified to minus 3 tangent 3x. Okay? Now next one. This looks even more complicated, but let's try to unpack it. So we have ln square root 3 plus x over 3. Actually, it's 3 minus x. I think I made a mistake. Okay, so let's try to unpack. We don't want to see the square root sign. So what we can do is we change it to index form. Power of half. And we have learned in indices and surds and logarithms that we can actually split this portion up. How can we further split this up? We bring down the half first. Okay. And we get ln 3 plus x over 3 minus x. Okay. And we further simplify. Minus, because there's a division. Okay, so let's try to go into it now. So how do you think we can I'm sorry. How do you think we can find f prime x? We bring out half, okay, and let's differentiate each individual term. So that will be 1 out of 3 plus x minus 1 out of 3 minus x. You see that there? Okay. It's minus 1 because we are trying to differentiate minus x. Okay, in this portion, what we can do is we can simplify further by combining both terms together. So we have 3 minus x minus 3 minus x. So we have okay, and we end up with minus 2 oh sorry, I think I made a mistake over here. minus and minus, what I could do is I could change it into a plus. Let me just cancel this row. Okay, so there's a correction here. 1/3 plus x plus 1/3 minus x. Okay, I think that will make our working easier. So we have half times 3 minus x plus 3 plus x over 3 plus x, 3 minus x. Okay, and at this point, let's simplify the numerator of the fraction. 3 and 3, we have 6. Of course, we know that half and 6 multiply to give you 3. So our final answer is this. Now moving on, let's take a look at the final question here. Given that y is equals to 3x squared ln x, find the value of dy dx given that x is equals to 1. So let's see, y equals to 3x squared ln x. Dy dx would mean that because there are two portions here multiplied by each other, let's look at the product rule. So we leave 3x squared as it is. We differentiate ln x plus ln x, and we differentiate 3x squared. That gives us 3x plus 6x ln x. Okay, and we know that x is equals to 1. So when x is equals to 1, dy dx equals to 3 plus 6 ln 1. And we know that ln 1 is actually equals to 0. So our final answer is 3. That's for part A. Now for part B, given that fx is equals to ln 3x minus 1 over x squared, bear in mind fraction, so this leads us to quotient rule. Find the value of f prime 1. So we copy down the expression first. Ln 3x minus 1 over x squared. So let's take a look at finding f prime x. We have x squared, and then we differentiate ln 3x minus 1. Look into what fx is. This is 3x minus 1. So this gives us 3 out of 3x minus 1 minus ln 3x minus 1, differentiate x squared over x to the power of 4, because we square x squared, isn't it? Okay, so at this point, let's try to simplify this whole mess over here. So as we simplify, we have 3x squared over 3x minus 1 minus 2x ln 3x minus 1 over x to the power of 4. Okay, that's our answer for f prime x. Okay, now f prime 1. So let's sub 1 into all the x's. So we have 3 out of 3 minus 1 minus 2 ln 3 times 1 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 1 to the power of 4 makes 1 all the time. Then we will end up with the answer 0.1137 ... round off to 0.11443 SF. That's our final answer.